There's the green light. We're on air. I'm going to go post our link on the website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. And of course, we also have to tweet. All right. So while I'm doing that, let me tell you what we're up to today. Today's Tuesday. We do Tin Pan Alley songs on Tuesday. It's our break for the week. And today we have two pretty daggone easy songs to play. So last night in orchestra we played jazz, and it was super hard, and it makes me tired. And so we have two much easier songs than usual today, and we're gonna just have fun. We're gonna have fun in music. Blah, it's not my thing. I like music to be. I like it to test your soul, and so here we are. All right, so that's posted, I think. Let me double check that it's working. And this is Scotland, Ireland, and Wales week. I don't know how we're going to continue doing this till I run out of Scotland and Wales songs. Tuesday, I posted that on the wrong line. Hold on, I posted it on the wrong spot. I gotta fix that. I posted it in last hour's slot instead of this hour's slot. So cut. Slide down here. Tuesday. Paste. Took the link out of it for some reason. Come on. WordPress, you can do this. Think. Open a new window. Update. Update. Alright, now it's in the right spot. That'll get people in here. Linda's in from Vancouver. Hi, Linda. Good to see ya. Linda's figured out how to use YouTube correctly, and so she doesn't need to even waste her time going to Jolly Roger. Jolly Roger Ukulele is our website, and that's where you go to get the link, unless you're Linda. And click. It's now going to Tin Pan Alley Tuesday. Good. Today we're playing After the Ball, which was a huge smash hit in 1891. And then we're also playing Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo, which was kind of a big hit back in about 1923 or something. 1923. So one of them we can celebrate and play it, and the other one we have to talk about. Then what else is going on? Let me go tweet. https:// jollyrogerukulele.com. And I add the little picture on. Tuff-er. Kick Your Fanny Friday. Tin Pan Alley on the ukulele. Tweet. And there we go. And so there's that. And then that's what I know. So today I posted both of the sheets that we've done. I don't know if we ever did Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo, but we did for sure do. There's nothing. This thing just will not cooperate. We did After the Ball at the very beginning of the pandemic when we were running through, and this was we did it then. I think we did it. I used to have After the Ball in the main foundations class, but I took it out because it's just repetitive. It's not something that needed to be in there. It's my dentist finally calling back saying, "Hey, can we reschedule?" I'm like, you know what? It takes all of my emotional energy to come to the dentist. You'll have to wait. All right, there's that in the cloud. Let me make sure I got the download set correctly. I do not. Ukulele. Go back to the cloud. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo and After the Ball. So grab After the Ball first. That's that one leads to everything else. After the Ball, baritone. After the Ball, ukulele. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo, ukulele. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo, baritone. PDF. Download. Okay. Download starting. 1, 2. Yeah, so we obviously did after the ball at some point. Download complete. Okay, come on. All right, good. There we go. They say the new iPads are coming out March 23rd. I'm going to be in line on March 24th if that's true. I've reached my limit with this gadget. It is not adequate. It is not fast enough for... Can you imagine? I'm sitting here in my back bedroom by myself, and I don't have the proper speed to do what we need to do. It's crazy. We're so spoiled in this world. After the ball, ukulele. Who's all here? We're loading up. Linda's in. I already said hi to Linda. Cindy is in. Howdy from snowy Viking land. I know that it's cloudy outside and it's not melting like it's supposed to. We're in Colorado. We expect the snow to come today and then be done by tomorrow. Ronnie is in from New Mexico. 59 degrees down there. Evelyn in. 62 degrees and raining down there in Ecuador. This rains a lot for you, Evelyn. I didn't realize it rained that much. Barbara is in from Denver. Terry's in from Denver. Patricia is in from Denver. Linda's in from Maui, Hawaii. Vic, cloudy in Eugene. Sound is good. Internet is skipping up there. All right. No, it's probably just me being out of focus. Sherry's in from Denver. And she did, I don't know what those mean. She says hello. She wrote Jellp. Jope. That's how frogs say hello. Diane is in. More shoveling between classes, but yeah, we got a lot of snow, and it takes a while to get shoveled out, doesn't it? Sandy, good afternoon. Cloudy, 37 degrees. Still plenty of snow on the ground up there in Michigan. Diane, I assume you didn't name Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo. No, I didn't know that. I didn't name it. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo. Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo. Baritone. Oh, I did. I'll fix that. Thank you, Diane. I will fix that. Yeah, I pull up the blank. I get in a hurry. Yeah, sorry. I'll fix it. We'll update that by right after class. I apologize. Oh, God. It's always something. Chris is in. Good afternoon. Linda's back. Linda's got her cast off. She's able to pluck. She cannot strum. Fran is in from SoCal. Good to see you, Fran. Pauline from NoCal in. Dennis in from very NoCal. He's in from Toronto, Canada. Clay is also in Northern California. Good afternoon from Santa Rosa. 2 more weeks with the splint on the finger until it comes off. Oh my gosh, boy, you must have done a number on it, Clay. Arlo's in. He's in from Western Denver. Jennifer, I'm wondering how much the iPads cost. Which version? Well, here's what I'm going to do. This sounds terrible. I'm tired of fighting technology. I'm tired of it. I'm tired all day long because I just can't believe that stuff costs that much. I just always buy something that'll do, right? And because of the amount of music I'm doing, and because I have to use this with conducting, and I can no longer carry around massive amounts of 3-ring blinders, I'm just reaching the age where I just can't stand it. I'm going to buy the good one. I'm going to buy the big new iPad, whatever, iPad Pro, I think they call it, or something. So it's gonna be a number. I think about $1,500 or some crazy thing like that. But yeah, you need the big one to fit the whole piece of sheet music on there, and you need the speed, and you got to have a ton of storage and all this stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot, Jennifer. Here's Christine. Welcome in, Red. By the way, the sound machine is red, so glad you're here. Vicky is here from Montana. Bozeman, cooler today, only 40 degrees. You're off to see your great granddaughter. How exciting, Vicky! In my head, you're 29 years old. That's shocking to me that you have a great granddaughter. How exciting! A great granddaughter. That's good. Welcome in, Vicky. Either that or your kids are all get started early. One of the two, right? Amy's in. Yeah. Fran, we're down in the 30s at night this week. What? That's why you moved to Southern California, so that nothing is ever in the 30s. What the heck? It's an unusual Nina year down in Ecuador. That's why so much rain. Okay, I gotcha. Critter is in. Just finished snowing in southern Utah. Yeah, we're got another round of snow coming in, mostly along the southern part of the country. I think melting fast should be gone by the time we're done here. Oh, okay, you can live with that, right? A little bit of snow come down, melted by the time you're done with class. Linda's in. Elizabeth is in. A couple of Coloradans. Linda Ewing says, I love my iPad and save every book, many of them in Dropbox. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. I've been trying all this other stuff, pretending that this was all going to work, and it just isn't good enough. And so yeah, I think I don't know if you necessarily need the super powerful one if you are a musician, right? You need an iPad. You need I think you need a Microsoft Surface or one of these so that you can, when you hit click on your foot pedal, it's actually instantly changes the page. I do still love a piece of paper and writing on it and all that stuff, but I've just reached the point where I have my guitar book alone. Do I have it sitting here? Is this thick, and it's over there. It just weighs too much, and it's just for my personal guitar, and it's just too much, and then in addition to that, there's all this other stuff I'm doing, and especially those of you music teachers that have to do conducting, probably iPad. I just these other systems I've come up with, none of them have worked well enough. So there we go. I'm gonna sink some money into it. Only one. Okay. Vicky just took about 20 years off of her age there. Yeah, it's only one grade. Okay. I'm like, dang on. She's sitting there, had great grandkids, and she's here knocking out ukulele. Good for her. She wins. But even with great grandkids, that's pretty good, Vicky. Annie, welcome in. Linda. I do write it all off. It takes what is it, 4 years to write off your computer, but I do write it off. So yeah, my income, my taxes are rather hilarious when I do them. I'm always like, why are you doing this? Yes, you should be able to write it off. You are a charitable organization giving us lessons. Yeah, I write it off as a teacher. That's the orchestra stuff as a charitable organization is definitely separate. That part I don't mess with at all. That's like donations, and all that. That's the orchestra side of things. My personal stuff that you guys are taking advantage of here is from my teaching business. So I'm technically for profit. The profit is not that great, but it's pleasant, So let's talk after the ball. 1891. I just reached up and closed it. That's not what I meant to do at all. After the ball, ukulele. Guys, you know how we work really hard around here? You know how you're killing it? You know how 31 people show up here? And there's 31. It says 31. Who knows how many people are really here? You show up, and you could do this. You have a choice. You could do, well, let me do it the way we do it in ukulele. After the ball is over, after the break of dawn, after the dancers leaving. You know how we do that when we get together and we're having fun, and you know how we love that, and then you know how that's what got us excited about ukulele, and you know how everything is perfect and beautiful and wonderful in that world. You know that world. And then you show up here, and I'm like, all right, we're going to do La Mer, Beyond the Sea. And there's all this weird stuff, and it just hurts, and everything's crazy, and you're just like, I don't know what he's doing. And you work on it, and you work on it, and you work on it. And you keep showing up for some sort of thought in your head, I'm going to be really good one of these days, and I'm way better than I used to be, and I guess I'll keep showing up. And he seems all right. It doesn't seem like he's leading us down the path down to the boat that's floating on the river Styx to take me to the land of the dead. You know how all of those thoughts are in your head all the time? Every now and then we have to have something that's easy. To wit, after the ball. number one song in 1891. This was a smash, wild, crazy hit in the early 90s. And 5 million pieces of sheet music was a crazy number. This was, Justin Bieber big. This was Ariana Grande big. This was Beatles from this late mid 70s ish big. This was a huge hit, and it is possibly the dumbest song ever written. And so here's what we're going to talk about. The story goes in the song, a guy goes to the ball and he sees the girl of his dreams is kissing another guy, and so he ends up spending his entire life alone because his one true soulmate has jilted him for another man, and so as the narration goes, the niece shows up, sits on her uncle's lap, and says, "Uncle, why have you spent your entire life alone?" And he says, "Well, I saw this girl, the girl of my dreams, was kissing another guy, and I just decided it was her or nothing, and so I have spent my life as a bachelor, and that's what happens. But now it turns out after she dies, that wasn't a boyfriend at all. It was her brother." So I have spent my life alone. The one true woman, the only woman for me. I saw her kissing her brother, and I made the wrong assumption. So, one, good. I'm glad he spent his life alone. He's an idiot. And two, that's probably not a song that will ever be written today, nor would it ever chart, right? So that's the song you're dealing with. But that taking this dumb story surrounding it away, the chorus here, which is what we only play these days, is actually quite lovely. And it's about when you're at the ball, after the ball is over, after the break of dawn, after the dancers are leaving, after the stars are gone, many a heart is aching, right? Have you ever gone to a dance, especially when you're a teenager, you go to a dance and it hurts your heart. Harry Potter has a great scene in there where they have this big ball and all the girls are crying after the ball. If you could, many a heart is aching, if you could read them all, many the hopes that have vanished after the ball. So the chorus is fine. Just ignore that the verses exist. Know this was a hugely popular song, and it's fun. Now, the only hard stuff here is you're in the key of F. Baritones, you're in the key of C. Okay, baritone, that's not a great key for you either. And you have B flat, right? Now, when you first show up here, when you first show up in ukulele, your primary goal is to not ever have to play a B flat or an E. Those are the two chords you don't want anything to do with, and so you avoid them. And then when you get here, you realize, oh, everything has a bar chord in it. I guess I should just get over myself. F chord, B flat. We talk often about B flat with a bar is better, okay? But B flat with a partial bar is just fine. And then your other chords are C, 7, which everybody is fine with. Baritones, your C7 is a bummer. Okay, G minor for ukulele is right here, and G minor for baritone is the three strings here. Okay, D7 for ukulele, you're here to those two guys, and for baritone, it's this one. Okay, I had to think for a second. G7. And that's it. That's your chords. I think. Oh, there's a D. There's a regular D chord in here. For ukulele, and a regular D chord for baritone, and then G7 for ukulele and G7 for baritone. Okay, so there's quite a few chords, surprisingly. When we think about it, and I like to talk music theory just to make sure you keep the pump to the well oiled. F chord, is your main chord, right? So we're likely to find our most likely suspects are not going to be G or A, but we're for sure going to see a B, and it's a B flat when you're in the key of F. So B is going to show up and C is going to show up, and sure enough, the other one that might show up is D minor, and in this case, it doesn't show up. We have a couple of other chords that show up. We have a G minor, which is kind of surprising to find. That's this chord here. That's a second, okay? And then we have a D7 that shows up. We would expect a D minor, but it's a D7. So that is a little unusual. When you see those unusual chords, you know that's probably the moment in the song where you're going to sense some tension. And sure enough, after the dancers leaving, you can hear the tension in there because those are less usual chords, and that's what creates the storyline behind the song. Got to double check. Dennis managed in the great granddaughter is great. Oh, it's a great granddaughter or great granddaughter. I don't know how many bad great granddaughters are there. Let's see. Well, apparently Meghan Markle is one of them. Sounds Thomas Hardy is just the letter that gets slipped under the door but ends up under the mat. Yeah, right, exactly. A little Thomas Hardy going on here. Always, that was a thing back then. Let's play it. Baritone players, you're on chords. Ukulele players, you might be on chords as well. Remember, you're in waltz time, so if you're playing chords, boom, after, do the boom, chuck, chuck, boom, chuck, chuck, after the ball is over, after the break of dawn. That's that boom chuck chuck. That's that really the pa pa. You could do it backwards as well. After the ball is over, after the break of dawn. So that would be pa pa or pa pa. Either of those, you could do all that. And so that's what you're thinking about strumming wise. Arpeggios, 3 usually doesn't work very well, but 6 will work great. After the ball is over, after the break of dawn. That might work. Okay, so be thinking about different ways to approach your right hand to decorate that. If you're on chords, if you're on melody, you have an easy go of this one. There's nothing too fancy in the melody. It's all zeros, ones, and twos. I don't think there's anything else in it at all. And then Tuff-er players, you know your drill. This is a perfect opportunity for you to review if you're still getting your feet wet with Tuff-er. This song is really set up for you because it really does not require the advanced Tuff-er skills that we end up having to deal with. So let's see. Linda made it in. Arlo, Whiskey Lullaby sort of follows this theme. Yeah, right? This sort of chord structure happens. This is pretty predictable chords, actually, even though there's a few surprising ones in here. Here we go, from the top. 1, 2, 3. Strum. Okay. Pretty little tune, really pretty. If we ignore the fact that the rest of the song is really dumb, you got a really nice, pleasant little thing. Exactly what we all remember from the middle school dance, right? It just hurt afterwards, and it was exactly what we want. Now, let's go do it on baritone. Same thing, same chord shapes. We talked earlier in foundation class. Part of the reason you can get away with being a multi-instrumentalist in the ukulele business, where you can have a baritone and a ukulele at the same time, and why you don't end up having a bad time, is that you're just playing off of shapes, right? And so the shapes here are identical for baritone, and all we have to do is, oh, look at that. Did I fix that? I didn't fix that. How funny. We're going to just do exactly the same thing on a different instrument. It'll sound lower, and for some of you that are singers, one of them may be better than the other. Singing in the key of C, after the ball is over, it actually fits my voice a little better than when we're doing it in the key of F on ukulele, after the ball, right? So it helps you find a better key for yourself, maybe. All right, from the top. 1, 2, 3. That's a fun tune. Really pretty tune. You can see why it was popular, right? The melody really works. The chords sound really nice together. Pretty solid piece of music. The chorus part, and you could tell, 1890s. Everybody's buying a piano. Everybody's learning to play a little bit. All the glee clubs get together. Ukulele hasn't made it to the mainland yet, and so this is clonk. Definitely not. It just fell over. This is not a ukulele tune by any stretch of the imagination, but boy, doesn't it work nice? Just makes you feel happy. Makes you feel happy that everybody's sad after the ball. All right, so there's After the Ball. And like Elizabeth is pointing out, it's a very normal tough act. Like you actually could play that one without being miserable. And you don't have to work that hard. You could just let the sounds come out of your instrument. It was going to work for you. It's not that it's exactly easy, but it's certainly easier than some of the other stuff we do. Now, I do want to talk about Ain't Gonna Rain No Mo. And so girl, grab the ukulele version of this. I will be remiss if I don't give you a tiny bit of historical perspective here. I usually like to do that anyway. 1923, middle of Tin Pan Alley's heyday. Things are going great. You're in New York City. The stock market hasn't fallen apart yet. Everything's great. There's this guy, Wendell Hall. Wendell Hall is a ukulele player, full of himself. He's a little like me, right? Better looking than I am. Had a mustache. And he is going around doing all this stuff. This song probably existed before him, but he sort of combined all of these different versions of this into and then copyrighted it. And so he ends up getting credit for it. This is probably a song that was popular, and he just happened to combine it all together. Now, I would recommend you not going and researching this song very thoroughly. Wendell Hall, not only did he collect all of the popular versions of this, but he also probably added in a few of his own. And it's hard to tell where he starts and where the song starts and where he starts. But in the end, he compiled 50 verses of this song, of which half of them are unbelievable, very, either racist or sexist or violent or all this stuff. And so a lot of the verses of this we just immediately throw out. It comes from that tradition that we've talked about before, that Stephen Foster comes from. It's from another era where there's a lot of not cool things going on in music. I don't think we throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think it's still fun to study the song, and I certainly have picked the most enjoyable lyrics out of this to present. But you may just want to be mindful when you're playing stuff like this that it comes from that minstrel tradition, which is just still sort of shocking to us that it even happened. And that, people lined up to go see these shows and they just loved them, and like, that's really gross. And so just so you know, this is from that. I've picked out the one about the goats eating tin cans, and I've turned out the peanut butter that gets the peanut that gets run over by the railroad, and then the additional lyrics is all about the bed bugs, and they're playing ball and the guy gets knocked out of bed by cockroaches and all that. Very fun stuff, right? Maybe use this for your own personal study as a cute little song, but probably not ready for a primetime airing ever again. In terms of the song, this is another one that's just actually kind of fun and easy to play. So we're in a different key, of course. Now we're in A. Okay, and that goes all the way back to our basic book, right? All the way back to day 2 when we were working on this book. A chord. If A chord's in there, we would expect to see A, B, C. We'd expect to see D's, and we'd expect to see E's. This song, you got A's and E7s, and that's it. And so another reason to study, for those of you guys who you don't have to go, if you are thinking about, hey, I want to teach somebody just to sing and strum, just kind of fun, finding 2-chord songs is really helpful. In fact, on my guitar website, the entire book 2 is just 2-chord songs. So it's, whatever the main chord is, and it's Buddy, right? And so you could sing this song as, oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more, ain't gonna rain no more. So that's its A chord and its Buddy. But if it was in C chord, oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more, ain't gonna rain no more. There's its Buddy, G7, C, G7. If I do F, I got C7, right? Oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more, ain't gonna rain no more. So 2-chord songs are really nice in terms of thinking about the main chord and its Buddy. And as Buddy's always 5, always. There's a couple of songs where it's 4, but almost always 5. So chords that you are easy to play with in ukulele: A, B not so much, C for sure, D for sure, E not so much, F for sure, and G. So you got 5 keys that you could put this in. If it's in G, if we decide to put it in G, his buddy is, give you a second, G, A, B, C, D7, right? So if I want to sing in G, oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? Okay, that's transposing. That's instant transposing in the moment. Know your main chord, know your 5th chord, and songs will behave, especially folk music will always behave so that you can easily and instantaneously transpose it into another key. That's for you guys that it's like singing. Those of us who are instrumentalists, we could care what the key is. We just want to know what shapes we have to play. All right, so let's talk about this one just for a moment in terms of song structure. You've only got 2 chords, and so we're going to play down through measure 8 with this ain't gonna rain. So how in the heck am I going to wash my neck if it ain't going to rain no more? Lots and lots of versions of this out there for all parodies of this song, but I got what I think is the one version that made the most sense. So let's just play through the song, through the first 8 verses so you know how it goes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. So how in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? Now, what you see right there is fine. That means at some point we're going to end the song there. And it's important when you read a song through the first time and you see weird markings that you come to terms with them. A lot of times when I'm working with like instrumental music or orchestral music or stuff meant for an orchestra or band, there'll be lots of Italian words in there, and some of them I've got where I know, but not always. Sometimes you're like, what the heck is that? And you have to go look it up, right? Or German scores. German scores are littered with all these instructions. Those guys that like to be bossy, and so you have to go look all those up. And it usually is pretty helpful to know what these other markings are. You don't run into it a lot in ukulele because, frankly, we're just not that sophisticated. But when you look at more advanced music for for older music, there'll be all kinds of things in there, and you do really need to take time to go through and look at what those words mean. In this case, in the middle of 8 it says fine. What that means is at some point we're going to end the song there. And so let's move on from there. Grab your A chord, pick up to 9. 1, 2, 3. Well, a peanut sat on a railroad track. Its heart was all a-flutter. Then along came a train roaring down the track. Toot, toot, peanut butter. There's a repeat. Oh, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. So how in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't gonna rain no more? And more verses. Well, we had a goat down upon our farm, ate up old tin cans. And it puked up its guts on a Friday night. Out came Ford sedans. And then it says, oh, it. So every time you hit the end of the song, you're supposed to go back, clearly, and play the beginning. And, oh, it ain't going to rain no more. So what this song has now told you is, hey, it ain't going to rain no more, no more, ain't going to rain no more. So how in the heck can I wash my neck if it ain't going to rain no more? That's the chorus. Even though you start with it, it's going to be the chorus. We're going to keep coming back to that same silly chorus over and over and over as many times as we need to. And when we're done, we're going to finish with that as well. Sandy says, I remember Grandpa singing this. Yeah, all the old it is an old-fashioned song, right? Everybody loved it. I remember singing it as a kid, honestly, and I was, probably in elementary school in the 70s, right? So now, So the message here is you're going to start with Ain't Gonna Rain No More. You're going to end with Ain't Gonna Rain No More. And then there's all these additional verses in there. So every time you finish a verse, you go back and sing It Ain't Gonna Rain No More. Those two verses are probably the most well known and the cutest, about the goat eating a tin can and turning and puking up Ford sedans. That's funny. The little peanut that gets run over on the railroad track turns it into peanut butter. That's funny. The funnier ones here, and I actually heard a commercial recently, not that recently, where the dogs were singing. They had flea collars on, and they're, oh, there ain't no bugs on me, no, there ain't no bugs on me. Some of you bugs got a lot. Some of you mugs got a lot of them bugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. It was the dog singing it with flea collars, right? So pretty cute. Next verse, oh, there ain't no flies on me, no, there ain't no flies on me. There may be flies on some of you guys, but there ain't no flies on me. That's funny, right? Well, I woke up in the morning and I glanced up at the wall. The roaches and the bed bugs were playing a game of ball. So the score was 6-0. The roaches were ahead. A bed bug hit a home run and knocked me out of bed. So cute verses, right? Those are the cute verses. Don't go look up the other ones. There's a lot of them that are not cool. Again, the song structure is what we're really talking about here. Start with It Ain't Gonna Rain No More, end with Ain't Gonna Rain No More. Put as many of those silly verses in the middle as you want. And we're going to run out of time here, so I do want to play the Tuff uke. And since most of you guys have ukuleles, we'll play it on ukulele. But baritone, you guys have exactly the same thing. The difference in baritone is you're in the key of E, F, G, A, and B7 is going to be his buddy. And so again, same shapes on baritone. Just different names. Okay, let's play through the melody here is not that much. You can tell just by looking at it. A lot of zeros, and then it just changes strings and goes for a while. But the chords are kind of fun. Let's play Tuff uke. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. I'm sorry. So I'm playing it terribly, but you get the idea. I think in a gadget song like this, trying to get nice, beautiful strums out of it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think probably plucking is going to make more sense. Remember from La Cucaracha, we did the staccato plucking, where you lift up after every note. You might end up with something like that. So make it funny, and I think that you'd end up with a cute little thing to mess around with there. Then think about Grandpa singing it, right? And that's it. That's all I know about Tin Pan Alley this week. Again, this song was pretty popular in 1925, and Wendell Hall was a pretty well-known performer. It was interesting reading his, I don't know if it was Wikipedia or one of the other pages, reading about him, and was a well-known ukulele performer, even put out a ukulele instruction manual. and but in the 30s, the ukulele's popularity tanked, and everybody was getting rid of their ukuleles and moving on to other instruments. And he as well did the same thing. Is that he decided, you know what, I'm not going to do ukulele anymore. Went on to some other stuff, and it wasn't until the 40s when was it Arthur Godfrey? Was he the guy that brought the baritone ukulele back? So in the 40s, ukulele started to be popular again, but in the 30s, everybody was getting rid of them. So, and then of course, they came and went, and then they finally went for good when what's his face, Tim. What was his name? Tiny Tim came and got rid of them. Though then they went away for good for 20 years. And then now they're back. They're not going anywhere anymore. Everybody's going to keep playing them. So that's it. That's what I know about Tin Pan Alley this week. Hopefully, of the two, After the Ball is definitely the song to put your energy into in your time. But if you want a fun kind of gadget play that's cute to sing, After Ain't Gonna Rain No More is a fun one. So that's all I know. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're doing yet. I did want to mention on Thursday, I don't think we're going to have class because I have a Zoom class with the city of Longmont. I got to check it out. You guys may be able to join, and it would be super fun. I don't think there's a charge for that. But I scheduled it a long time ago, and I'm surprised it's still happening. And it will interrupt our class tomorrow, Thursday. But I'll tell you tomorrow for sure what's going on with that. And it'll be, a level. It'll be the intro to, it'll be the Frere Jacques lesson on Thursday on Zoom. Which the only reason it'd be fun is to see you guys on Zoom. So that is Thursday. Tomorrow will be normal. I just don't know what we're playing tomorrow yet. I gotta see how this afternoon. I gotta go get my hair cut, and then after that, I'm supposed to drop off my taxes, and then I think I have the evening to get stuff posted. So I'm not positive what I'll get posted, but I'll get something up there for us. So there we go. That's what I know. You guys have a wonderful day. Pauline, good to see you. Diane, this was fun. Yeah, they're fun songs, right? One is very sad and sappy, and the other is a gadgety song that you try to bring some of your gadget tools to and turn it into something. Sherry, good to see you. Sandy, good to see you. Barb, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow creeps in its petty pace from day to day. And then I don't remember what comes after that. Tomorrow. Chris, have a great night. Francis, stay warm and out of the snow. The weather looks like it's going to heck out there. I hope it stays. I hope it's not doing what I think it's doing out there. Ronnie, have a great day. Elizabeth, see you. Enjoy the. I will. I'm going to just be able. Hopefully, get the right music. So what time on Thursday? I think it's at 1 o'clock. I've got to confirm. Like I say, I scheduled a long time ago. It showed up on my calendar, and I'm like, I haven't talked to those people. So I think it'll be 1 o'clock on Thursday. I think. Terry, yeah, you stay warm too, buddy. Vicky, you're gone for a week, Vicky? All right, have fun with those grandbabies, great grandbabies, those great grandbabies. Amy, good to see you. Elizabeth, yeah, I think it's 1 o'clock on Thursday. Fran, we are never. Yeah. Normal. Every time I say the word normal, right? This is normal, right? There's no such thing anymore. No such thing as normal anymore. It's really exciting. Jennifer, you bet. Annie, good to see you. Dennis, glad you're here. Linda, oh yeah, tomorrow. Wear green tomorrow, people. We'll play Irish music tomorrow for sure. Or Scottish or something. All right, I'm going to pull the plug. You guys have a wonderful day. Adios.